Hello viewers and welcome to the Canadian Grand Prix F1 2020 where I put the car in P8 but then guess who had to change his gearbox. So I was back in P13. Sit back and watch the first ever wet Grand Prix in the season. It's a drawing track. Pretty good fun. Turn on the volume. And it slides out and immediately guy in front of me got some bad start, so I'm right up his gearbox there. As we all plow down to his first corner. Made a few positions early. Think I might have cleared the front wing there, but nothing I could have done about it. McLaren's right on my inside. As he nearly touched wheels there again, I try to push him as much on the inside as I can so I can get a clean on. He backs out of it. Yep, I completely touched him there. I had no idea he was there. It's a big kerfuffle in wet conditions. Intermediate tires for this race, at least for the start of it. I wasn't planning on making a pit stop, but then the track died out, so. Again, that was an interesting quali, drawing quali. Put the car in P8, but then the gearbox decided it's heading off after just 2 races. But then, as these street tracks keep coming, for more and more wear on them, because, bumpy surfaces and so on and so forth. But the guys in front of me were really struggling. I think they're, as you see, the Haas and Alfa Romeo aren't the most aerodynamic things in the world. Even though I was on a dry setup for a quali. But they're struggling even more than I was, so that's always good. As the Alfa Romeo there, Nick Clips, the world champions, to round off his first lap. And I make some inroads in here. I think that is Giovinazzi, I don't think that's Kimi. But you can probably tell by his helmet there who it is. Well, practice and quali were definitely interesting. As I was trying track, I started getting an advantage a lot from through here, but then they pulled away at the beginning of the straight. And they went on for a full lap, so I'll try to cover up inside there from the McLaren. I believe that's Carlos Sainz. Shortcut the track a little bit there. Montreal is a track that I really do like. I've always liked it ever since I first played on it. It's hard to tell it's a street track, isn't it? Apart from the people who actually live in Canada, you know that this is a street track, but you can't really tell because it's not like Baku or Monaco. Constantly, it's a very fast track. And I like that. Neutral high-speed track really suits my driving style better. I don't like the tight twisties. As I go up the inside there, Alfa Romeo, and I touch him there. As you can see, the car nearly spins, and that's me through. Next up is the Haas. But yeah, that was a bit of a slide job there on the Alpha. I think I penalized for that. I don't think my front wing is damaged, so let's carry on in hot pursuit. That's going on to lap 3 now. The DRS would have been enabled, but because of right conditions, it wasn't. And I gained a lot of time to them here, also at the hairpin. Getting out of the hairpin seemed to gain a lot of time. It's on the braking zone itself, and then turn in. I go a bit wide there, but look how he struggles to get out of it, to get out of the corner. He's using the Ferrari power unit, of course. I'm using the Honda. Catching him up here. Quite a lot. To the world champions there. Or lap 4. And I think I'm too far back to do anything here. Or am I? Yep, 2 for back. Another lap behind the Haas. Skip this forward a little bit. There was a virtual safety car. Not sure when that's coming, so just keep an eye out for that. Still, they're very close to the Haas. Can I make something to the World Champions? Coming out this tie happened where 2008 Massa got 2 for 1 in that one. Again, up to Rich Rebs. I didn't overfill the car by 2 laps, of course, but it came a point because of the virtual safety car. I had like 3 laps of extra fuel, so I could push really hard to catch up to the cars in front. And I nearly overtook Ocon, but on a pit cycle, I had to change the front wing because my front wing was damaged, which is very good for the team's finances. But what can you do? You know, it's racing. Sometimes you have to. I feel a bit of understeer, but I thought that's because of the rain, not because of the damage front wing. But you know, what could I do? And again, I can very close to him here. Can you make a move coming out of this into this chicane? He seems to pull away from me there a little bit. Dive bomb on the Haas. Yes, and we're through. Or not, he's still there. I do have the inside for the hairpin. Actually, I think that's an AlphaTauri. I kept calling it a Haas, but I think it's an AlphaTauri now looking at it. And up the inside we go. No contest there. He was never going to win that one. And that's me up a place. Into the points now. Now it gets a bit boring, so I'll just hope pursue the car in front. I believe now it's when the virtual safety car kicked in. So, I mean, I was a bit under pressure, but then I was never a big fan of virtual safety cars. Again, I don't really get it. I don't see the point. But what can I do? There's a car behind him there is gaining. Even though I overtook him, now he's in pursuit of me. So these 2 guys are slowing each other down. That was good for me. Catching right up to them. And I'm not sure who broke down. I'm gonna have to look at the results out there. But yeah, changing conditions, drying conditions. And if it got like this, I wouldn't have gone for a pit stop. But the track dried out at the end, so that was inevitable. Those guys in front of me were all put in for their, set of softs, and that would have been a complete sitting duck if I didn't do it myself. And I lost some time changing the front wing, but it could have been a lot worse. As I pull away there from the car in front, behind, just keeping it forward now a little bit. Boring bit of the race. So when you put some distance to the car. And I always get that little bit of driver coaching from Jeff about engine modes and tire. For next race, I am going to change my internal combustion engine because it's worn now too much. He kept telling me to reduce revs. I think I managed that quite well. But for next race, I think it's Austria or France actually. Yeah, maybe Austria. Well, whichever it is, of course I'm going to bring it to you guys on Saturday. So catch right up to these guys, and then I'll definitely put some distance up between me and the car behind. Catching up. This side is slowing each other down. I'm trying to think when was the virtual safety car, but I can't think of it right now. There it seems like I'm doing normal shifting. Maybe it's over already, or maybe it hasn't kicked in yet. As I approach the halfway point of the race now. Now 18 laps. Tricky conditions, but very good fun. As you can see there, Bottas is getting stuck behind Ocon, which is good for me. Seems like in this game at least, Mercedes doesn't have very good rain pace, which is completely contrary to real life. I mean, if you watch the Hungarian Grand Prix this year, you'd have seen it. But yeah, definitely catching up to the man I took out last episode. That is Valtteri Bottas, getting behind Ocon. Of course, my new gearbox is definitely helping. It's the kind of time of the season now where they begin to pick up penalties as well. You can see I'm right there already. And no sights of the AlphaTauri behind me. So. Again, just gaining every little bit, every corner of the straight, as the Mercedes cannot overtake the Renault. And I'm just making very good use of the tires or the fuel. Unfortunately, I had broken front wing, which I think was a turn 1 incident. After all the spray, could barely see anything. As you can see now, the spray is dying out. And is this the lap I go for a dive bomb? No, it isn't. But I still can get much better run than the Mercedes there, because I took a sort of wider line. The Mercedes was trying to dive inside of the Renault there, but they couldn't do anything. Now just send the slipstream and save some fuel. And again, there's quite a lot of rewinds, but of course the replay doesn't show, which is good. See the Mercedes getting ever so close to the Renault there, and I'm getting ever so close to Mercedes as well. So it's factory Renault, factory Mercedes, and consumer Honda. Maybe next year I will switch to the Ferrari engine if they allow me to, I don't know. As you can see, Mercedes trying everything he can. I'll try to cool the tires down there a little bit. And so took a rear line to the straight. And then here they always slow each other down. You can see the Renault there trying to fend off the Mercedes. And here comes me in the Team Number Gringos Green car, and then can I go from around the outside of Valtteri Bottas to the hairpin? I got a better acceleration than he does. Immediately getting the slipstream of the Renault. And he tried to put me under pressure there, but nothing he could do about it, as I have the engine in rich revs. They both go to the pits now because the track has dried out. I'll stay out for a lap, which is good for me, I guess. I got clean air, can push a little bit more. And this is my in lap. +4 now, just into clean air. Hopefully they will show the pit stop this time and not be like Azerbaijan where you couldn't see anything. I'm just circulating by myself pretty much now. Broken front wing, their tires on drying track. I think that's Lewis. As I go to my pit now for a set of softs. Trundling down the pit road now. As everyone is touring past me on the track. And of course, they stayed there for a bit longer. And there it is, the Number Gringos guys there. In green, of course. To the front wing. And off we go. Wow, there's a bit of a slow stop for me there. Coming out of the pits. And they might have been a bit of a dirty move by me there. I was like almost crossing my line, and guess who's behind me? Yes, now he's going to put me under pressure for the rest of this 4 or 5 laps that remain. It's just me trying to fend off. He's got the RS, or he will have it when the DRS on comes. And I'm just getting to grips with the cold soft tire. Which again gives me the advantage. in a way. Brand new front wing. But also used by to the wet braking zone now that I was struggling a bit in the dry because you know so he tries something around here. Like nope, I go deep on the brakes, but I always get a bad acceleration through here. I don't know if he's saving fuel or what, but I had a lot of fuel in the car, so I could just reach revs all the way. I'm gonna get as far from his draft as I can. That's why I pull off to the side there. And is that a Ferrari behind or is that McLaren? Because if it is a Ferrari, then I got penalized for something. No, it's definitely McLaren. Again, there's nothing you can do through here. It definitely gets close to this DRS. But yeah, very exciting race, very fun. Didn't know what was going to happen all the way to the end. Well, there you go, as we start thing now, the second to last lap, maybe even the last lap. Skip forward a little bit. Pull away from him there a little bit. Because he gets a bad run out of this corner for some reason. I can get a much better run than the car behind there. And that's... I was going to look for cool the tires there, but the track is already dry out, so I thought I'd find some water puddles or something to cool the tire. Nothing doing. But there it is. No, one more lap. Again, he now he's falling back into the clutches of the McLaren behind him, so I had a bit of breathing room there. He still has the ass on me though, of course, so not much of a breathing room. But as we round out the hairpin for the last time, it seems to be everything settled. I'm not sure about the positions for the back, but as far as I was concerned, plain sailing to the end. I was exactly on the fuel target, no fuel problems this time. And to the World Champions one last time for the 2020 Canadian Grand Prix. And across the line. And that would be it for the Canadian Grand Prix. Now the running order. Lewis Hamilton wins again. Look how predictable. Verstappen second, Vettel third. Leclerc fourth in the Ferrari. Then Bottas did manage to overtake Ocon. And I got behind both of them because of the pit stop. But yeah, that was the Haas, confirmed. K-Mag behind me there. Carlos Sainz. Kvyat round out the points. Then Giovinazzi for Alfa Romeo doing very good. The Norris again for the McLaren. Grosjean for the Haas. I don't know what happened to him. Latifi though for the Williams as well. I just realized that in P14 there. Pierre Gasly, Stroll, the hometown, one of the hometown guys, overtook my teammate. Fortunately, Giotto started in P16, but he dropped. Albon again. What are you doing? In the Red Bull. Kimi and Danny Rick's season continues to keep going from bad to worse. George Russell does the expected to say, and Sergio Perez with the DNF. I guess he was the one who brought out the virtual safety car. Not very good for the racing points today. Wow. I mean, Lance Stroll in P16. And wow. But yeah, that'll wrap up for me today, guys. Solid 7th place. But that'll do for the Canadian Grand Prix. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do by now. Like, comment, subscribe and all that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.